All right, sir, could you please introduce yourself?
All right, my name is Daniel Brideau, Lieutenant. I'm the 1st Platoon Commander, A Company group.
And what's your larger unit? What regiment do you belong to?
2nd Battalion, Royal 22nd Regiment.
And can you please spell your full name?
Daniel, my first name is Daniel, so Daniel. And my last name is Brideau, Brideau.
And what's your middle initial?
J.
All right. So, how long have you been here training in the United States?
We've been here for about 3 weeks. We've been running around your training area, just having little talks with your officers, just basically having training with you guys.
Okay, so how's your experience been so far?
We've had a pretty good experience learning about your way of doing things, our way of doing things. So in the end, I think we're getting a pretty good experience coming out on the training area.
So far, what's the most exciting part of this for you?
Working with the new vehicles. Yesterday we've been working with the Amtraks, AAVs, and today we're working with the M1 Abrams. So it's pretty interesting. It's a new vehicle, new things. It's always fun.
Yeah, what's your impression of these vehicles?
Well, first I was looking at the vehicle. It looks pretty heavy. It goes in the water. We don't do much of amphibious assaults with vehicles, so having the Amtrak as a new platform to work with, it's really interesting.
What's interesting about it?
Just learning new ways of coming out of the vehicle, how to use the vehicle. We don't know the vehicle as much as we do our own vehicle, so just learning to use the vehicle while doing tactics it's interesting to us, just because we get to learn new stuff.
So what thoughts are going through your mind as you were able to see this Abrams tank here? What's your thoughts about that tank?
It looks powerful. It's a big piece of equipment. Back home we have the Leo, Leopard 2. It's about the same size, and it's always impressive to see.
Does that also bring confidence to the soldiers to be able to have tank support on the battlefield?
Yes, exactly. We get a little more protection than we do with just the light armored vehicles. So having big armored vehicles providing us a little more protection is always good.
How are your soldiers responding to all this training that's going on?
Well, my soldiers are learning a lot. So just to learn new tactics with the Marines, combined with our own tactics, we get to choose which one we like the most, which one we can use the most on the terrain, and just learning about the new terrain as well. We don't have as much mountains in our training areas. Helps us focus on what's better for us.
Can you kind of tell me about these soldiers and their excitement? They seem pretty excited out here today, pretty enthusiastic. Can you describe their morale throughout this?
The morale is really good. We get to work with new equipment, so they just have a better will to learn, more will to learn. They think it's interesting to learn about new vehicles, new tactics if we can incorporate them. So the morale is really good. They like to learn.
So what is going through your mind, and what are you thinking as you're about to do this integrated tank training and maneuver alongside these tanks?
For me, it's to learn how to use the vehicles on the terrain and incorporate my platoon into, let's say, a mechanized assault on an objective with the tanks, with the vehicles, the AAVs. So it's for me, it's a lot of learning, and it's really good.
So can you tell me a little bit about working with U.S. troops and also coalition allies during training? Kind of how has it strengthened the relationship with the U.S., with U.S. forces, with New Zealand forces, and just in general? How has this helped build our relationship?
I think it's really important to strengthen our relationship, seeing as we might deploy as a unified force, let's say like in Afghanistan or anywhere in the world. And if we work together, well, we can learn to work together in training before we actually get deployed somewhere else.
So what do you think, after you guys return home, what do you hope that your Canadian soldiers take away from all this training?
I think taking away the way you guys work and our guys works, it's a little different. We will try to incorporate a little bit of our training back home, just to make sure that if we work together in the future, we can actually be better together and not work as two separate entities.